Yo, 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 yo. Welcome. We are here, livestream 21. We're getting down. I'm giving feedback on your songs. Please submit your track in the Discord so that we can get everything all spicy. Basically, we're going to go over mix down, sound design, and how well you made your song. Also, we will be going and doing live submissions too, so submit your track while you can. First, let's dive into Ableton and let's see what's going on. We have a couple submissions so far. First submission is going to be from Jackson Snippets. This is WIP 2023 V2. Amazing. Let's get down.
Beautiful dreamer, won't you come and play? Save yourself for another rainy day. Beautiful dreamer, what do you see? When you're staring out the window, do you see me? Won't you tell me so? Why you let me go? Won't you tell me so? Why you let me go? Won't you? Why you let me go? Won't you?
Okay. All right. Damn. Emotion. Amazing. Very good. I think it was a little bit too loud, honestly, for this type of genre. You know, you don't really need to be at -4 LUFS for this type of music, but very good. It all sounded in key. It sounded emotional. Gave me a good response. I wanted to keep it playing. Honestly, I would run it back if I could. The synth lead at the end was sick. I really like that. Good melodies, good vocal on top of everything. The nice drums just keeping it going. The only really downfall to that was it was just a little bit too loud, a little bit too ear piercing for this type of soothing, gentle song. But very nice. Very nice. That was Jackson with Vibe Song to start it off. I like bringing it in like that. That's cool. Next, we have Error Code with Data Center 2.0. Nice. Get it.
Systems online. Visualizing scan. Analyzing data. Critical infrastructure image.
Bringing up the energy. Fucking get it.
Malfunction.
Oh, very nice. Quite enticing, I may say. And very heavy. Good energy. The mix down needs work. I'll get into that. But the sound design, cool, amazing. Song arrangement, good. Structure, good. Call and response, good. This is very nice. This is really close to being a super, super mega banger that could just destroy everyone at the festivals. Right now, the only thing preventing that is a super clean mix down. And when I say that, I just mean it's too compressed and too loud at the drop. Now, we want it to be loud, right? This is coming in like -2, -1.9 LUFS. So it's a little bit too loud. I would keep it around like -3 because that's at alone, it's extremely loud. But if you see here, when we zoom in and we zoom out, our waveform is completely bricking. And this is an easy way to tell visually that there's too much compression going on. If I have a template video that separates the signals, you can actually fix this by using buses in your template and not using too much compression on your groups. That will cause these things to happen. So you just got to make sure that your mix is clean when you're sending it to the buses and then sending those signals to the master. That'll help a lot and prevent this. As soon as you fix that, this will be amazing. Remember, your song needs to have dynamics. We need to feel the differences between the super loud and the super quiet. So make sure you're doing that. This is sounding good. Heavy energy. I like it. I would recommend changing the pre-drop because the eliminate malfunction pre-drop is super overused. And if you change that, this will make the song very unique. So do that too. But good job, man. This is fire. Your music's getting better, getting heavier, and I like to see it. Oof, up next, we got Magu with Exterminate. I have high hopes for this one. Let's go ahead and look in the Discord here. Oh, yes, he did submit 2, actually. So if you guys want to listen to the VIP that is on his SoundCloud right now, we're just going to play his original. But let's run it. Oh, that gangster. Hold up. Oh. Nice. That's Magoo with Exterminate. We got some tear out things going down, and I like them. Definitely sick flow, gangster flow, nice vibes, right? It made me want to dance. The mix down, not as on point. You know, the sub is being overpowered, and the guns are being lost in the sub, which is sad. The gun should at least be balanced in terms of loudness and energy and thickness with that sub, or the sub should be turned down and balanced with it. And yeah, otherwise, that's really one major thing you would want to fix right away. The drums, good flow. People here in the chat saying the VIP is better. That's good. I'll listen to it. But in this song, since it's more simplistic, since there's not as much like sound design and all kinds of crazy things going on, you really want to focus on that mix down and make sure it's perfect, super loud, super clean. You can definitely do it. But the second drop is kind of doing the same thing as the first drop. So you could add more variations in this section too. Otherwise, good job. Exterminate. Quality. We got No More Marauda next by Arlix. Check out the cover art. Yep, No More Marauda. Nope, not today. Let's hear what he has to say. Hey. Oh my god! Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay. Energy levels high. That was an abrupt ending. I wanted to keep dancing, that's for sure. That was fun. All right, mix down. Super clean, bro. So we're pulling up negative 2.9 lefts. We're really, really loud. But the thing is I'm trying to turn up my interface and bump it even louder and blow my eardrums because of it's sounding clean and the energy levels are high. Everything sounds balanced. So that's a really good sign. Drop is on point. You have good flow, good guns. The guns are the star of the show, and the sub is supporting that star of the show. That's perfect. That's what I love. Really only bad thing about this is like the super congested intro. Lots of distortion going on, lots of noise. Doesn't really seem as balanced as your beautiful drop over here. So I would just try to make sure the dynamics of your drop are similar to the dynamics of your intro. That'll make a huge difference because remember, we want a good build up, which builds the tension, and then the release is right here. And you have a beautiful release. Very nice, very clean. Sounds a lot better than most things I've been hearing from you. So this is what I'd like to see. Very heavy. Keep going it. No More Marauda. Yo, kick him out of his spot, dude. You got it. Up next, we got Cordless Drill by Scarpy. A lot of PC problems, lost projects. I refuse to go out like that. Yo, this is the dedication that I like to see. Thanks for all the support. Going through Process Stay Fresh, List Cornish Drill, The Grand Wizard. I think this is Scarpy / The Grand Wizard Cordless Drill. Let's get it. Ain't going out like that. That chorus? Don't hit me with the PS2 jingle. Oh. Yo, what kind of outro was that? Cool. I like the 2 kicks. That's cool. That's cool. Fancy. Nice. Give it up for the Grand Wizard with Cordless Drill. I'm going to say that's pretty spicy. Mixed down was clean. Very heavy, very loud. The only critique really I have is that the same flow is playing throughout. Probably, what is this? Like, yeah, this is 32 bars. So, same flow playing for 32 bars gets very repetitive. You definitely want some phrases with different flow. Maybe some sustains with like a shorter bass rather than the fast bass. I know you're changing tone and timbre throughout these phrases, but the flow is important too. So make sure you do that just to add variation, keep the listener engaged. That will make a huge difference because this is nice and heavy and you really want to go back and forth between all that cool flow and then like a different thing. And it's awesome. This is good though. I like it. Good idea. Definitely get a build up intro and everything. If you build it up and add tension, this drop would sound even harder as the release. So keep that in mind. Get a nice build up. Get a sick intro. Make this a project. Make this a whole thing. This is dope, man. Nice. Next, we have Heartbeat by Hyper Invasion. Let's go ahead and get down on that.
What's
down. Quite spicy, I may say. It's nice to hear some house music. I personally love house. Love it so much. This is bringing me some Fisher vibe. You know, like, and then sick. This is dope. If you really want me to give you feedback on this, I'm ready. Because we can make this cleaner. We can make this dope. I mean, the whole thing about like this tech house, bass house, all these amazing houses that we're adding cool distorted basses and then changing the dynamics and going to like a more open space and minimal feel. And that dynamic switch is what really just like gets you and captivates someone's soul so that they dance even harder. And I talk about this a lot in the dubstep drops because when you're just blasting noise at someone, your ears eventually get tired. And it's really the switches and those dynamic transitions that make these songs. So I can give you an example. When we're got the brass thing playing in the back, but then we got this part. So this part is where it should start to get more focused on the sub and the drums rather than like a synth, because there's one synth playing like boom, boom, boom. It sounds like a gargly synth on top. Not the dun, 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 but like the roll, 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 roll. There's a lot of low end in it. It's like taking up a lot of the mix. And you can fix this with an EQ, or you could take it out completely, or you can change the sound. There's a lot of different things, but you just want to make sure that you're not taking up all the space in these critical sections, because with house music, that's really the focus, right? Making it super clean, super danceable. But otherwise, I mean, it's good. You have good song structure, good sound design, good choices of sounds. I like the vocal that you're using. It all makes sense. There's a theme. And I enjoy that. So good job. Easy fixes. You'll have a nice little chill banger on your hands. Let's go. Up next, we have Macro with Devious D minor, 140 BPM, vinyl. Check out the cover. Oh, nice. Get it. Ooh. Wow, what a journey. What what a song, man. Composition. Beautifully done. This is really cool. D minor is my favorite key, just so you know, drip minor. And I don't know if like psychologically I just like D minor more, but I really think this is my favorite song I've ever heard from you. It's balanced very well. The mixdown's very, very clean. The sub is so powerful and doing so much crazy things during the drop. And you can tell that you've been like watching the masterclass or the Muerte videos that I put up because, gosh, it just sounds like you're a different section of Muerte that just spawned out and is like destroying some evil scene over here, and it's just sick, bro. Like if Muerte heard this, he'd probably really like it. You should show it to him or get it in his hands somehow. You're leveling up a lot. It's super sick. I used to watch your YouTube videos, and now you're submitting fire here, and I'm very happy to see that you're sounding so professional. Like your build-ups, the snares, there's multiple patterns, there's triplet snares going. You have really cool tones. All the frequencies are filled out really well. It's hard to give like a critique on this because, I mean, maybe just this end right here, right? Made me sad getting cut off like this, but otherwise everything is just well done, well written, very clean, professional. I love it. Good shit. Up next, we got an Ameshka with 2077. Trying myself in something different. Let's go. All right. Let's see what we got. See what you're coming with. We got some mid-tempo vibes in here. This is like 100 beats per minute. This is something different for sure. Oops. God, sorry. The thing is like it's really loud and it's a mid-tempo song. So like if we're dancing at a slow speed, there's a lot of like open space to work with. And if we're filling up all that open space with extremely loud, distorted dubstep noises, it can get really crowded. Plus, on top of that, it's compressed heavily, and we're starting to show signs of breaking here. So, -3, this type of mid-tempo song really doesn't make sense. It's a little too loud. You can chill at like -5, -6, and focus on cleaning up space and basically using your stereo image to put things in the middle and in the sides to clean up that way, and using your EQ to clean up frequencies on individual tracks. And then when you get to your groups or your buses, you want to make sure you're not using too much compression, because when you're bringing all that out, that can cause issues. So you want to use minimal compression on individual tracks, and then you want to like rarely use maximum compression and just start cleaning things up, because once you do that, it'll sound a lot better. It'll sound a lot heavier. And then these super dope switch ups that you have in the middle will not go unnoticed because they're sick. Good flow. Definitely fun trying something different. Just keep in mind of your frequencies, loudness levels, and keeping it danceable. We don't want to blow our ears when we're just trying to get a groove on. You know what I'm saying? It's different when we're headbanging and just not caring about life. You know, we're down to head blow our ears, but you know, we're just trying to get a little groove. You know, it's a little bit diff. Next, we have Nano Chip by Kahai. Kahai. Let's get it. Okay. Let's get it. That's fine. Man, you guys submit some crazy shit, man. You guys are sick with it. Hey, that's Nano Chip. And that's some spice, if I have to say. That's by KXHAI, pronounced Kohai. Sick. Nano Chip, let's go. Okay, so with this song, we have lots of heavy sub, good clean mix down, sick sound design. I mean, this sounds pretty freaking good. The only thing I would really do is maybe add some spice in the intro and stuff to make it more captivating, like a sick synth lead or like a sick vocal or something cool to transition into the dope drop. But I must say, when we're in the drop, everything sounds clean and loud enough. We are wide enough. And the song arrangement's good. Now, when we get to the second drop over here, lots of bubbly, wobbly sounds. And then in this phrase, this is my favorite. Like there's a super sick sustain and the flow starts changing. You can really tell that each phrase is different and you're doing a lot of cool call and response tricks. So I appreciate this. This is what I like to try to teach, these types of tricks. So I would keep doing this. This song is really just a cool drop. But if you added maybe, like I was saying, a synth lead, vocals, cool, something interesting, you can make this a whole theme, a whole journey, and make this a piece of art. And that will get it to the next level if you want to do that. But otherwise, this is definitely playable. You can DJ this and go hard. Up next, We have Lodian submitting a remix of my song. This is Ketamine. Check out the cover art. Odd cover art, but let's go. Let's see what he has to go. And I'm gonna be harsh on this critique because he is remixing my own song. So if he doesn't do it right, then he's gonna get it. Let's get it. Oh. Oh shit. Fuck. Beautiful. Let's fucking hit it. Damn it, Lolo. Holy shit. Wow. God, that's crazy, man. That makes me really emotional and happy and just fucking crazy because, like, I just remember I was chilling in Ableton one day, writing some MIDI, writing some melody, and then for it to transform into this, it's just absolutely incredible. Lodian's level of producing has leveled up extremely, and it's just amazing to me. The, the way that you let the chords just fucking blast out in this last phrase is just amazing. We go from the sick basses and like balance between chords and harmony with heavy dubstep basses with perfect drums. Like the snare is just so blasting and authoritative and Jesus Christ, powerful. And then when you bring the chords in which is like the whole theme of the song, and they're blasting as powerful as they possibly can, it's just insane, dude. The energy is high. And to think this is a remix of my song just makes me so happy. Lodian, I love you. This is amazing. Good job. I don't have much to say except I think it's time to release this, bud. Bye. I was though looking. I am turning the audio interface all the way up. We are at -7 LUFS. It may not be loud enough. We may want to get it like a tiny bit louder. Like if you go to your buses and like add a glue compressor to the mids or something, just slight compression on everything. It's a little bit louder. I think that'll be a lot more suitable for everything. But good shit. Easy fixes. Go. Up next, we got Snasta with Do You Think You're Funny? Okay.
Do you think you're funny?
Fuck off!
Hey. Oh, wait, what's this? Kick? Okay, what's this one? Kick? Okay. That was Snasta with Do You Think You're Funny? And I must say, solid submission. I like how we just got thrown into some rhythmness. Damn, dude, that shit was too loud. I'm like trying to turn it up the whole time on my interface, but I keep hurting my ears, very ear piercing with those main bass leads. The sound design's sick. I love all the bass leads. I love all the flows. I love the sub. But I think you need to balance out how ear piercing and loud those main basses are playing, the main mid basses. If you add a Fletcher Munson curve, you can bring down the ear piercing frequencies at an easy level. I have it in my Discord. I'm always sharing it all the time. If you search for it, you can find that for free. Download that. That'll help you reduce those frequencies and basically keep it at the same loudness level, but just reduce those ear piercing frequencies around like 1,000. There's all kinds of different ones. You can look up Fletcher Munson curve to see how our ears perceive different frequencies. You can kind of get an understanding with what I'm talking about here, but this is in the sick, man. I want to hear some intros from you though. It's really easy to make drops. I want to be able to hear you make a intro and build up to one of these drops, because that's the test, man. Make a full composition. Do that next. You're killing it with these drops. Let's step you up to the next level. Let's challenge you. Let's get you going. That was Do You Think You're Funny by Snasta. Good job. Up next, we got Chain Gang by J-Wubs. Let's get it.
Whole gang, whole man, old school, young jam, all black, MZ, still screaming out that chain gang. Whole gang, whole man, old school, young jam, all black, MZ, still screaming out that chain gang. Whole gang, whole man, old school, young jam, all black, MZ, still screaming out that chain gang. 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 Still screaming out that chain gang.
Okay, that is Chain Gang by WIPs. Now, I must say, this is decent, but it does need a lot of work in a lot of different areas. The thing is we have a decent song arrangement, right? We have an intro, build up, everything makes sense. Timing is all right. So I'm happy about that. But when we get to the drop, it seems like both of the basses, there's two different basses, like a kind of choppy bass, rah, 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 and then like a sustained bass that's also playing with the sub. But it seems like both of them are fighting for like who's going to be the star of the show, right? They both sound kind of muffled and they sound contained and they're not bright enough and not really being powerful. So because they sound like they're in both of the same space, it's not hitting as hard as it should. You really want to open up space and give your stereo image, keep things mono, keep something stereo, and then you can open up space that way, as well as using EQ to open up space with frequencies. But when you do that, you can then make the sustain the main thing, make that loud, bright, and then have the other thing supporting it in the back, rather than both of them playing at the same time, same levels. It'll make a big difference. That also combined with post-processing to make things louder and thicker and layering will make a big difference. Do that. It's going to help a lot. And then on the second drop, like one example of what I'm talking about is the melody sound that's playing is louder than all the basses. Like the art. So that thing, we perceive that as louder in volume than all the other basses, which just doesn't make sense because it's not like a melodic bass drop. It's not like a future bass song. So a melodic element like that shouldn't be the most powerful element, especially when you're playing like loud dubstep basses. Just keep all those things in mind. It'll help you take a step back, shift your perspective on the stereo image. And for God's sakes, if you're not using like decent flat response monitoring headphones, none of this will even make sense because you won't be able to hear what I'm saying. So get some headphones. I use the Bear Dynamic 770s, 80 ohm. They're fucking amazing. Up next, we have No One. A goat. Let's get it.
Break it.
That is No One by no one other simply than the GOAT. I gotta say, it put me in a vibe, definitely giving me some rave festival emotions, and those are my favorite emotions. The dubstep drop. There are some things that I would take into consideration because it's pretty crowded. We have a main dubstep bass. It's plain, it's fat. I personally think that you could layer it with some tonal basses to make it sound unique. Because right now it sounds pretty dry, almost. You may want to get like a convolution reverb or something to try to put it in its own space and make it sound psychedelic, that we can trip while hearing it rather than just feel it. We want to trip and feel it. There's a sustain playing in the background. You can widen it out, put it stereo, and then keep everything else mono to kind of open up space, but to just make sure that the sustain is supporting what's playing rather than trying to compete for space. Like, that's kind of what sounds like is happening. A lot of people in the chat also are saying that the vocal is off key. You can kind of tell the vocal isn't perfectly on key, so just make sure that you know what key that vocal is in. If it's not in the key of your song, you're going to use transposition to pitch it to the key of your song. And then if you don't know the key of the vocal to begin with, you can use tools like Melodyne, and it'll analyze the vocal and it'll kind of tell you what note she's singing in. And when I'm talking about staying in key, I'm talking about the vocalist's note that she's singing has to be one of the 7 notes that are in the scale of the song. So like D minor, there's 7 notes. She needs to be singing in one of those notes to be staying in key. That's what I mean. Just keep that in mind. That's going to help tremendously. Melodian songs, for example, are amazing because everything is perfectly in key, perfect harmony, perfect melody. And then when you want to veer off of key and create dissonance, you can do that creatively. All right, sick. Good job. No One by GOAT. Definitely just work on that mix down, man. It's really what we're all doing is perfecting our mix down so we can sound as clean as possible. Up next, we got Simulation V2 by Smileys. Let's go.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century.
Download sequence start. Launching.
you define real?
Okay, there we go. Simulation version 2 by Smileys. All right, that was pretty decent. I must say this was a pretty sick idea. The horns, I did see in the chat, someone didn't really like the horns too much. The brass is very simple at the beginning, which could be improved just by adding variation. And personally like the brass in the drop. I think that's a nice little touch. You kind of want to bring in the intro theme to the drop, and I think that's a cool way to do it. But you can get more complex with it. You can definitely make those brass hits a lot thicker and layer them with other brass instruments so that you can really pump it up. Okay, so at the beginning of this drop, it's cool, but it feels very slow. And what I mean is, like, it feels halftime. Like the way it's composed and the way it's laid out, I'm bobbing my head in like 70 beats per minute instead of 140 beats per minute, or 75 instead of 150, whatever. And because of that, it's just a slower feel, a slower dance. Old school dubstep and old school rhythm used to be produced at that speed and used to be that slow. Nowadays, we're really not dancing to that speed. You want to make sure that you're keeping that in mind. It's okay to do that. Your song can definitely do that. But if you're trying to play this out and DJ it, you don't want to like half the speed of the song while someone is dancing to 140 the whole time. These are things that psychologically we can tell, but when we're actually conscious, we don't know it's going on fully. You have to be fully aware and keep in mind of all these weird things. But in the next section, you start to speed it up and it becomes faster. Then we start to bob our head to the regular time, 140. And that's all changed by how fast the rhythm of the main bass is going. So if you change the rhythm of the main bass at the beginning, you'll be able to get better results. You have cool stomp feels over here. But the thing is, like, the kick the whole time is really, like, it seems like it's wide. A kick should be mono. It should be in the middle. And you shouldn't add any stereo to your kick. You shouldn't layer it with a stereo kick. So if that's what you're doing, just make sure you're reversing that. Just keep it a fat mono kick so that it controls the middle. Usually vocals and usually kicks and the subs are always mono. But just be careful with how much that kick is. Because remember, you're sidechaining the kick, so that's really taking up all the space whenever that kick comes. Keep that in mind. And then lastly, in these sections, we have different fills and stuff here. And this is good. This is the use of dynamics that you really want to be practicing more and more, because this will make the next section sound a lot harder. But fills like this, for example, they're still very loud compared to their loud counterparts before and after. So just mess with silence more and make sure that these are perceived as lower volume so that it actually feels like a fill. And it makes a big difference. That'll be good. Your tracks are leveling up. This is good to see. Keep on learning, man. Up next, we got Dire Straits' Work in Progress by Wags. Let's go. So cinematic. That's crazy. Man, it's rare that you can go from super tear out to just soothing, gentle piano and like not make it sound abrupt. But dude, you actually made it. Gosh, man. Very nice. Dire Straits work in progress. I love the dynamics in this song. You can tell we're going on a journey from super soft and gentle to super heavy and then going back. And it's just very nice. Strings are great. Very cinematic. Man, these are getting better and better. So I want you to look here. Wags. This is him. He's making this. He's leveling up fast. Each week he's getting better. That's what I like to see. During the drop, we have some nice sound design. We have good sub. And if you look here at the master. Oh, sorry. We're wide enough. And we're at -3, I think, which is like the perfect loudness level. So it's really clean. He's able to control his loudness with a clean mix down. And that's important. If we zoom out, you do see we are starting to break a little bit. So we are starting to see signs of overcompression. So I would start to just look at individual tracks, your groups, and your buses, and make sure you're not going too hard with the compression. Because even if we can't perceive it, if you're on different speakers, those speakers may not be able to fully play it properly. So just make sure you have your dynamics. You're not killing them. You'll be good to go. This is good, man. Leveling up. I love it. If you really wanted to, you could add some vocals in this, and that will really take it to the next level. The vocal is the best instrument, and if you add it to the track, it'll just feel so different. And you have a perfect like basis and foundation for vocals with all these strings and cinematic elements. So I think you should do it. Up next, we got V2 by Bruin Face. Let's go. Jeez. That's fire. Damn, I kind of want to run that back. I like this shit. Oh, that's spicy. I love like bass house. I love this type of stuff. This is really making me dance a lot, and it's putting me into the club, right? It's putting me into the rave. Makes me feel good. I think the loudness levels are perfect at -6.5 LUFS. That's usually where I like to make my house stand at. And then the way that we're playing around the stereo image is just beautiful. You can see the kick is just keeping itself in the middle, strong mono kick. But then all the basses and all the atmospheric elements are like dancing around the left and the right space. On most songs, you know, that we've been seeing, it's just constant blast of the stereo image. But here is a perfect example of seeing everything dance from left to right and doing different movements, which just creates a psychedelic effect when you're listening to it. Plus, it makes the drum sound very clean, and it opens up a lot of space for that kick and clap to just lead the groove. Fire. It's good, man. It's not much to say except finish the song, dog. I like it. If you guys ever want to submit more house and stuff like this, I definitely think you should. Up next, we got the song called I Love You, Dripment. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Let's go ahead and see who submitted this. Oh, gosh. Lil Stinker. At ILYOTG. Man, OTG? This is OTG. Let's get it. Good day today. It's always a good day, actually. You guys are dope.
Turn away, bro. Yeah. Keep walking.
Oh, what a tease right now. Nice. That was OTG with the work in progress. And I like that. It was heart, hot, eye emoji song. Very nice. Intro cool. Really got me in some nice vibes. It's just almost Japanese vibes and really melodic, really atmospheric. I just think that's really cool. The only thing I heard right away is that the energy of the guns in the drop is like very low, especially compared to like the energy of the buildup. You really need to make sure that the drop is perceived and is louder than the loud buildup that was before it. You listen to the guns here. The guns, the sound design's so sick. Like it's such a sick tone, but they're just not bright enough and loud enough and wide and loud enough. And the whole drop in general, if you see, is very mono in the middle. So once you start parallel processing that bass with like a wide signal, it'll add loudness and it'll add a wide signal. And then you just want to add other types of wide signals that support it in the background and really start to carve out space in the stereo image. It'll help a lot. You want to make sure that when you're blasting super loud tarot like this, it's loud, proud, wide, and ready to go. You can see here too, the LUFS in general are at -5. So with this type of tarot, I would try to push it to like -3 LUFS, get it right there, keep it around there, and that'll be loud enough. I think it'll be good. As soon as you get your mix down right, loud and clean, it's going to make a huge difference because you have song arrangement, dope fills, good dynamics, and you're doing really good. So keep it up and finish this drop right here. Good job. Up next, we have Protocol. And this is by Hunter. Let's go. Protocol by Bovate Music. Let's get it. Okay. Oh, let's fucking go. Hey, that's Protocol. Whew. And that's by Bovate Music. And that was pretty sick. I must say, you have sick like song arrangement, good flow, good transition between phrases. The switch up in the first drop is sick, man. And also, I really do like the like old school rave vibes that we're getting from these acid synths. I appreciate that a lot. Pretty cool. The only thing that I would change, like if I heard this song, right? Because this song's good. The song's, I would say, pretty professional. But if I heard this on SoundCloud and I was playing it and I heard this beginning of the drop, I probably wouldn't download it and play it out because the first drop, there's just like not enough bass in it. There's not enough sub and you don't feel enough going on. Like there's cool movement and stuff and a cool synth bass. But there's just not enough sub. Like you can add a sub that just go boom, boom, and just really have it stomp down because this is bass music. You really want the sub to be powerful and really just supporting everything. So I would do that. In other sections of the drop, you do that. You let the sub play more. You can feel it more. So just be careful when you're like automating the sub or using the LFOs to make the sub move too much because it can lower the energy. The sub is what really creates that energy in our chest. It makes us feel like we're going crazy. But otherwise, good job, man. Good tones, good timbres. Frequency ranges are filled. It is loud and wide enough. I'm happy. Up next, we got Shaolin, work in progress. And this is from Chronolight. Now, this submission I'm not playing because, like, I don't know why you're submitting this. This is for work in progress. I'm trying to give feedback on work in progress. It's not a self-promo video. It's not what we do here. I'm trying to help you get better at making music. Let's go. Shaolin. Ooh. Wow. Shaolin. That sub though. Oof. Man, that was cool. Definitely different. Really put me in a different space and mindset, and it just made me feel some type of way. That's what I like, you know, having something having a song make me feel something is probably the most important thing. You know, we are always getting all this noise and getting all riled up with loudness and stuff, but we gotta make sure that we're sound designing and mixing things in a way that you can feel it. The thing is this song is way too quiet. The intro is negative 24 decibels, which is just irresponsibly low in volume. You can easily add a glue compressor just for this section, automate the on and off, and just have it go on this section and make the volume get a lot louder. In this section, when the drop comes, you can see here, we're at negative 13 LUFS, which is really, really quiet. Songs that are similar to this are probably around like -9 to -6 LUFS. I would shoot for getting at least that loud so that when you upload it to streaming services or play it on a speaker, you don't have to turn it up a lot. That's just, we're in 2023. There's no reason for that. You have tools to make it louder. And on top of that, they're like free and it's super clean. So you could utilize those and really take this song to the next level. Just make sure you're not compressing it all at the same time. If you're compressing this section, it's going to be a lot different compression settings than in this section because it's louder and there's actually subplane. So just keep that in mind. You'll have different compressors for different sections of the drop. Use automation to help you with that if needed. This is cool, man. I like the wubbies. Good job. Up next, we got Shattering Armor with a Broadsword by Cathar. Cathar coming in hot with Shattering Armor with a Broadsword. Let's check it. Ow. I have to say, that hurt my fucking ears, man. Damn, dog. That was pretty, honestly, it's pretty freaking disrespectful how you go from extremely quiet, make us turn it up, and then just blow our ears. I know you might not be trying to do that, but that's exactly what happened. And that shit, it makes me just like, not good, man. Not good. Plus, if this is like bass music and your focus is dubstep and sound design, the sub needs to be prominent. There's like no sub frequencies. You're hitting -3 LUFS just with like mids and highs. And it hurts my ears, man. I couldn't even turn up my audio interface halfway. You can't do this to people. You can't literally blow people's eardrums. It's mean. Don't do it. Be careful. You're on the verge of like making like experimental rock with like dubstep basses because there's not really flow to this. It's not danceable. You want to make sure that there's a rhythm that you can dance to and you're not just randomly throwing in fills. Please be careful with all that. These are easy fixes. You can make this section louder to match the drop and just control dynamics. Don't go from quiet to the loudest thing in the world. That's not dynamics. But you can fix those things within a week. Easy. Just do it. You'll be on your way to success. Up next, we have Asher Vast, Artemis 18. Very nice, very nice. He sent me it from his Google Drive. Let's check it out. it out? Oh. Nice. Interesting. I see you coming over here with all them melodies. Really cool synthesizer, right? We're using a lot of synths here that makes you just feel super like retro and sick. There are some problems though with the mix down, and it's unfortunate because this song could have a lot of potential. When we're playing like the intro and build up and stuff, everything's loud, nice, bright. But then when we get to the drop, it sounds like it's lower in volume and it sounds almost muffled. You can see here our left's negative 9.5, negative 8. Right here in our build-up, right, negative 8, negative 7. So visually, we can already see that the build-up is louder than the drop, which is a problem. The build-up should not be louder than the drop. The drop should be the loudest thing in the mix, in the whole song. The dubstep basses can be parallel processed so that they can add volume and also add thickness and width and beef. I have a video about parallel processing that you can watch. That'll help you a lot because these dubstep basses are like lowering the energy of the song, which should be the complete opposite. The whole point of designing these complex and intricate basses in these complex synthesizers is to make sure that they're like loud and powerful and controlling the song. If we look here, this is like a complexo style, and I like it. I like how the house is playing the house beat with the dubstep basses, but when the dubstep basses play, they're lower in volume, and you can see on the master the song is like literally lowering in volume as it progresses because the dubstep basses are just not loud. So like negative 7. Negative 8 now. Now, the closer we are to 1 is the louder we are. So basically, you want to make sure that you use compressors, use saturators to make things balanced and loud in the mix, and make sure that you're monitoring your loudness levels. These are the LUFs. You can get the free LUF meter with lean loudness meter, or you can get the Swiss Army loudness meter for Ableton. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the house vibes. Let's go with Nice Like That. Up next, this is going to be from Max Rumble. Let's go.
Throwing stolen money everywhere. Trying to...
I'm nice like that.
No bullshit, gone.
we had the right idea in the beginning, and we just need to maintain our focus and elevate. What we do, we update our formulas. We have certain formulas, but we update with the times.
Yes, sir.
I'm nice like that. No bullshit going. Rhyme style is elevated, the style of beats is elevated, but it's still groove permit. And there's always a message involved.
That was dope. Nice hybrid trap. It was clean, dude. The mix sounds clean. Nice compression going on. Definitely loud enough. I love the sub. And I really like the way that you're playing around the stereo image. There's sounds just like going left to right, and the dynamics are crazy. You can feel the space and feel the loudness and the quietness. So that's impressive. I like it. I really think the only thing you would need to do to elevate this song to make it sound more professional is just really get your build up right. It seems like when it's building up, the snares are just kind of sloppy and all over the place. Like, for example, they start when they shouldn't. So
Our focus, update with the times.
So basically this kick is where everything starts building. So it goes dun dun dun, and then it like starts building faster in this section. So you just want to make sure like it starts building faster in this section, because when it's building up, you don't want like two different build-up rhythms like randomly going, especially splitting halfway down. Just make sure that everything's building up perfectly on time. And when you do that, it'll transition perfectly to this. Then the whole song will then make sense completely. After that, dude, I think this song would be ready to go. I like the resampling too that you add. Maybe add some more resampling in the sections that don't have it, so that you can fill up that space, because it's well done with this sample. That's dope, man. Good song. Up next, we have Empiric with Shit I Did While Bored. Let's get it. beautiful. That was Empiric with shit I did while bored. And I must say, I like that shit. But I also must say, it was fucking loud. Negative 1.5 on the drop. Dude, God. Oh my God. Even you know it's loud enough. You can tell. I'm glad you're already fully aware of what's going on. When we got to like the sustain section, this is my favorite section. I was able to turn up my interface without blowing my ears in this section. And it also said -3 left. So this little section is lower in volume. And this is kind of where you want to get more towards the main bass probably in these sections is what's causing it to get so loud. Just check all your compression. Make sure that you find the perfect balance between loudness and like clipping. And you can see here we're bricked out when we zoom out. So visually you can see that's an issue, but you're aware of it. You can work on this, fix these issues. Your sound design, your flow is super sick. And these filters, like when you filter out everything and bring it back in, I love it. So good job, man. Definitely more sections like this in the middle. I think this type of flow is just absolutely insane. Tear out tings for the tear out tings. Thank you guys for joining. You're amazing. So many awesome submissions. More people are coming. More bangers are being submitted. My ears are going crazy. And I'm happy that you guys are like building and just learning so fast. It's kind of crazy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. More videos coming soon. I am out of here. You guys have a good day. Peace out. A-Town. Later.